Good morning, everyone. A good Devach, Shavua Tov. We are continuing here in the words of the Ramchal in his classic commentary, the Mesillas Yesharim. And here he is describing for us the truth of the way in which we have to look at atzlus, of the laziness that a person sometimes gives into way too much. And he says like this, Humash Shlomo Amar, this is what King Solomon said, Basaltayim Yima Chamikare. In one's laziness, the roof will sink in. Ubeshiflos Yadayim Yidloif Habayis. And when a person weakens in the work of his hands, which means he is passive in the actions that he does, Yidloif Habayis, the house is going to leak. So a person who doesn't take care of the house, it's talking about a physical house, but it's a mashal, parable to the spiritual essence of a person. So the roof is going to cave in, and the water is going to fall in over here from atop, and it's going to end up coming in and just flooding the house. So to a person who doesn't uphold the roof over him in ruchnius and spirituality, he doesn't work quickly, he doesn't work diligently, which is what we're describing over here, so then he's just going to be leaking all over the place with a lot of water and a lot of unused potential. However, if you ask the lazy person, why are you being so lazy? Why aren't you trying? Why didn't you come to Shachris today? Why didn't you put on the tefillin? Why didn't you do the chesed? Why didn't you go learn? Why? Why did you do all these things? He's going to bring you a lot of statements of our sages. He'll bring you a lot of verses that you can find throughout Tanakh, which are his excuse of why he's supposed to be a lazy person. And he'll also bring you tainas, he'll bring you claims from logical reasoning. Asher kulam yoru loy lefi daita meshubeshes. And all of these statements that he brings from the sages, all the verses that he quotes you, all the logical ideas that he tries to present to you, it's all coming for one reason. And that's because his mind is meshubeshes. He's all mixed up over here. Because he just wants to be lenient and he wants to be easy on himself, to allow himself to continue to go in his laziness. He doesn't see, or he doesn't admit, or he doesn't realize that all of his claims of why it is that it's a good thing for him to be lazy is all coming because of the way that he's thinking at this point. I'm sorry, it's not coming because of logical, true reasoning. Rather, the source and the root of all of his claims and all the psukim that he quotes you, all of the gemaras that he brings to you to show you, you see, even Chazal said it's good to be lazy. It's all rooted in the fact that he's a lazy person. And the laziness continues to strengthen inside of him. The lazier the person is, the more that it pushes down his understanding and his das, his wisdom and his seichel, his logical reasoning over here, and pushes them into these tainos, into these claims. However, the chachamim, the wise people, and people of das, of knowledge and wisdom and understanding, the Torah knowledge is preeminent by them, they don't fall for this stuff. They ask the person, are you kidding me? Are you really serious? Do you think that that's what Chazal meant, that they want you to stay in bed until 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the morning or the afternoon, every single day, and miss all the times to daven, miss Kriya Shema, miss Tefillah B'tzibor? Do you think that they want that? Well, yes, how could such a thing be true? Do you think that the Torah that HaKadosh Baruch Hu really wants, that you're going to shirk the responsibilities of chesed, of helping another person, because you have to take care of your constitution, you have to take care of your health? Where did you come up with these ideas? The only reason you think like that is because a person who is entrenched, swallowed up in the world of Atzlos, then everything about them is being motivated by their desire to continue to be a lazy person. King Solomon screamed, and he said, Chacham Atzel Me'enov, Mishiva Ta'am. A lazy person is a wise man in his eyes, more than 7 of the 7 elders or the 7 righteous or the 7 wise men of that town. So a lazy person is wiser in his own eyes than even the wisest of all men. A person who is so much sunken in and drowning in the world of laziness, he can't hear anything that anyone says to him. They tell him, they give him a little rebuke, they try to inspire him to be better in his avodas Hashem. He doesn't hear a word. Rather, he thinks everyone is mistaken and everyone is a fool. I am the only wise man around here. I go against all of the chachamim of my generation and all the leaders of the previous generations. I argue on Rabbi Akiva, I argue on Moshe Rabbeinu, I argue on Hashem. I'm the only one who knows the truth, says the lazy man. And this is the power, how insidious and destructive Atzla's laziness is. It could take a person who really sees the emes, sees the truth, and knows what they have to do, but through the laziness, it will convince them and it will put them into a place where even they will argue on the Rebbeinu Shalom himself. No, that's not what HaKadosh Baruch Hu meant. Moshe Rabbeinu, he did this. Moshe Rabbeinu didn't understand how good it would be to sleep in the morning and how good it would be to shirk one's responsibilities in avodas Hashem. And therefore, hu levadei chacham, they think they're the only wise man around in the world, and this is a very big mistake, obviously, because if you think that you are the wisest of all men, then you have a very impossible time of listening to the true wisdom of our sages, of our Torah, and the Chacham Elokis, the godly wisdom from HaKadosh Baruch Hu himself. At that point, you're on your own, and a person will find themselves, Rahman al-Islam, in big trouble. So we have to overcome the inertia of atzlus, of laziness, in order to be able to do the Ratzon Hashem. Have a wonderful day.